Layoff support story. Alice had always been proud of her engineering job. She enjoyed the challenges it presented and the feeling of accomplishment she got from solving problems. She never thought she would have to worry about job security. But that all changed when she received a layoff letter in the mail. Alice sat down on her couch, feeling numb as she read the letter over and over again. She couldn't believe it. How could they just let her go like that? She had dedicated years of her life to the company, and now they were just casting her aside like she was nothing. As Alice sat there, lost in thought, her phone rang. It was her friend Emily, who worked at the same company. "Hey, Alice, have you heard the news?" Emily asked. "I got the letter," Alice replied, her voice shaking. Emily sighed. "Me too. This is crazy, Alice. What are we going to do?" Alice didn't know the answer to that. All she could think about was how she was going to pay her bills and take care of her family without a steady income. The next few weeks were a blur of job applications and interviews. Alice tried to keep her spirits up, but it was hard when rejection letters kept piling up. She felt like a failure, like she had done something wrong. One day, Alice got a call from a company she had applied to. They wanted to schedule an interview. Alice was excited but nervous. She spent hours preparing for the interview, researching the company and practicing her responses to potential questions. The day of the interview came, and Alice arrived early, dressed in her best suit. She felt a surge of confidence as she walked into the conference room and shook hands with the hiring manager. The interview went well, and Alice left feeling optimistic. She didn't want to get her hopes up, but she couldn't help but feel like this could be the opportunity she had been looking for. A few days later, Alice got the call she had been waiting for. She had been offered the job. Alice was overjoyed. She called Emily to share the good news, and they both screamed with excitement. Over the next few months, Alice settled into her new job. She enjoyed the challenges it presented and the feeling of being part of a team again. She also learned a lot about herself during her period of unemployment. She had discovered a strength and resilience she never knew she had. Looking back, Alice realized that losing her job had been a blessing in disguise. It had forced her to step outside her comfort zone and take a chance on something new. It had also reminded her of the importance of staying positive and persevering in the face of adversity. Alice and Emily remained friends, but they no longer worked for the same company. They had both moved on to new and exciting opportunities. And they knew that whatever challenges came their way, they could face them together. Alice knew that her new job wasn't perfect, but she was happy to be working again, and she was determined to make the most of this new chapter in her life. She had learned that sometimes the road to happiness is a bumpy one, but as long as you keep moving forward, you'll get there eventually. The end. One more thing. If you have been affected by a layoff, I want you to know that it's not about you. You deserve much better than what happened. This is a blessing in disguise. You will come back stronger from this. Stay strong. Stay positive.